This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
We have a lot of riders here that is here just because they did meet Damon before he passed away.
He always said that he loved his new biker family.
You're on a motorcycle?
Yeah? How else are we going to do the ride?
We're here at Renegade Classics, grand opening.
Because I like to be different, you know, so that's why I got this big old dog chain on.
All that and much, much more on Steel Horse Thunder. Microbrewery and a cycle shop? Hey, that's pretty cool. Possums, don't like them.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
When it's time to ride, we'll keep your mind where it matters most, on the open road. We get it. Ryder Insurance is the only insurance company specifically created for the motorcycle and ATV communities. No one but riders. Our specialized staff is here for you with great coverage options, discounts to help you save, and 24/7 claims reporting if something happens along the way. And with roadside assistance included on all of our policies, we've got your back wherever the road leads. We get it. No worries, just riding.
Family. We know it's important.
That's why our family mission is to protect yours.
If you've been injured in any accident, call us.
The insurance company may not be looking out for your family,
but we are.
Call us. We will get you the compensation you deserve and help you protect the most important thing in your life, your family. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, we're down here in Bloomington. It's a Saturday morning. Got a great turnout for a ride. Cindy, what's going on today?
This is the second annual McCain's Memorial Ride.
Very good. And we got the privilege of meeting Damon just a couple years ago. I'll never forget that ride with him in the sidecar. That was definitely the highlight of that year.
Yes, it was.
Well, why don't we go find his mom and see who else we can talk to while we're here.
Let's go. Amy, you're Damon's mom, and we got to meet you a couple years ago at Damon's ride, and that was such a good day. So many bikes out there, just unbelievable. I think today's going to be the same, don't you think so?
I believe so. That day we had over 200 bikes there. We're hoping today to have at least 100, 150. Be great to have 200 or so.
It would, and I think that's going to happen. We missed Damon, and I'm so sorry for your loss. He was such a great kid. He just had a heart of gold.
Yes, he did. He didn't meet a person that he didn't like. After that ride that day, the bikers were his family. He talked about that ride for weeks afterwards, actually all the way up until the day pretty much that he passed away. And he always said that he loved his new biker family.
And they definitely were a family. I remember them bringing him the vest that they had made for him, and he was so happy. He smiled from ear to ear. That was great.
Yeah, he smiled for days after that. He wore that vest constantly. It's actually full of patches already, so he's got it front to back covered in patches, and he wore it about every day for several weeks. So,
So Morgan, we're here at the Damon McCain's ride. This is the second annual. And you put this on, right?
That's correct. This is the second time we've done this ride. We actually done 4 different rides for Damon, 2 when he was still alive for the family, and then we've started doing this in his memory.
You know, and this is a pretty amazing ride because I remember 2 years ago, and there was 200 bikes out here for it, and I think today may be a run for his money because it looks like a lot of bikes here today.
Well, we're going to have people seem to be rolling in, and that ride there 2 years ago with 200 and some bikes, that was just a life-changing experience. I mean, but anybody that ever come across Damon knew what type of kid he was, and he was just a special individual, and that's why we are doing this, to keep his memory alive. And we go through and we find a family in our local areas to benefit. They're going through something similar, whether they've been diagnosed with cancer or something, and we interview families and we select which one we're going to do the benefit ride, and all the money we make at this ride will go to that family for their expenses.
Okay, so you already have a family that the money that is raised today will go to, right?
That's correct. We had a selection process that we went through. People nominated people, and we actually went through and interviewed the families. And yeah, Tanny, she was diagnosed with leukemia. She actually can't be here today. She's in Indianapolis getting ready to go for evaluations on her bone marrow transplant. So, and all the money that we make today is going to go toward that family and all their medical expenses today. So,
hey Nate, what brings you down to the Damon ride?
A couple years ago, we actually got to meet Dumont before he passed away, and Morgan, that puts this ride on, is a really good friend of ours. And the last couple years, we've helped him with photography and escorting and just little things like that. So we try to help him every chance we get.
Now, I understand that you're actually doing quite a bit of photography work now on the motorcycle. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've been covering several rides around here. Been doing it for a couple years, and this year we really are. If you need us to come out, we can do that.
So you're for hire. If somebody was doing a big ride and it's like, man, I wish we had somebody to come along that could do some photography work, they can get. How do they contact you?
You can go to my website, wetinkdesigns.net, or you can catch me on Facebook.
I remember coming down here a few months ago. You guys were under remodeling, and I'm thinking, my God, this is a brand new building. I can't believe you're remodeling already. And then you reminded me that that's been 15 years, and so what you guys do, man? It looks really good.
We basically put in awnings, did things to try to make it a little more traveler friendly as well as rider friendly when it's hot and sunny and you need a little shade or you need to get out of the weather. We have a lot of travelers that come through. That way they can kind of come in. If they come in late at night or early in the morning, they've got a place to get their bike out from under the weather. And
now you guys have a new lounge in there where you can kind of relax for a second. But I noticed you guys have a machine on the wall to where people can actually fill up their water bottles with filtered water and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. I've never seen that before.
You ever seen that? No. Well, that was one of the big things is a lot of people are carrying water bottles these days on their bikes. Pop machine's gotten a little quiet over the last few years. It's something that's happening. Everybody's trying to stay hydrated when they're riding, especially in the summertime. And so we put that in. That way people can come through and they can fill their water bottles up and keep things rolling on the road and keep healthy.
So, Misty, you are Amy's best friend since third grade?
Yes, since third grade. We have went through a lot together. Demond, this is his second annual memorial ride. We'll be doing this every year. This year we're giving back to a family. We're just so enthused with all the bikers, everyone that did get to meet Demond. This is very emotional for everyone. We have a lot of riders here that is here just because they did meet Demond before he passed away. And he did pass away November 25th of 2013.
Well, he was a bright spot in everybody's eye because he was so cute, and we loved the vest that they made for him. Him in the policeman's uniform was just unbelievable. He was such a good kid. So you got to spend a lot of time with him, didn't you?
I did. They lived in Lexington, Indiana when he was diagnosed the first time with glioblastoma multiforme. He was 5 years old. He went into remission for a year. Amy and Arena and Demond ended up moving back to Indiana, which is her hometown, is Mitchell. He was re-diagnosed 7 years to the exact date with a different cancer, and it was medulloblastoma. So he's had the glioblastoma multiforme and then a medulloblastoma, and unfortunately he fought as hard as he could with a smile every day. It was very inspirational.
It was, even in the hospital. Scott and I had went to see him at the hospital, and he still was just in good spirits even up until the very end. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, I was up in Riley with him 2 days before he passed, and he stuck his tongue out at me with his grin and his big smiling bright eyes. He had big brown eyes, and yeah, he was like a son to me, and we were very blessed to have him with us as long as we did.
Now, I know you guys also do another ride later on this year. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we actually do a Cops and Kids ride. It's for our local county police FOP. This will be our third year of putting it on. We help raise money, and each December they get to go shopping with members of the FOP, state police, DNR even actually comes out to help. It's for the kids that won't have a Christmas at all, or just less fortunate in life. Last year we helped 40-some kids. This year we're trying to get it to 100. 100% of the money stays local. We take nothing. We actually have a lot of people money out of pocket to help put this on. So, yeah, everybody come out and let's make some kids' Christmas great.
Well, you guys have done a great job getting the word out about this right here. There's a lot of motorcycles here today, and so you've done a great job with that, and I know September's going to be just as good.
All right. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you soon.
Did you guys hit a possum or something on the way down here? I heard something about a possum.
We didn't hit a possum. I had possums in my house. Yeah. Woke up one morning, thought it was my cat. Went in the bathroom. My surprise, there's a possum. So I'm like freaking out. I get it, and I I finally get it outside, get rid of it, I'm thinking, go back to bed, lay down, hear a noise again. I'm like, are you kidding me? Get back up, bathroom, another little possum. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go in there, I get it trapped with the trash can, get it outside and everything, go back to bed. Get up, because this all takes place like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I get up to go eat breakfast. I hear something again. I'm like, are you kidding me? By my washer and dryer this time. I'm like, oh, another one. So I'm like, oh my. So I'm trying to poke him down through the hole and everything. He finally gets down in there. I'm thinking, I'll fix that. He won't get in that, because there's a little bitty hole he was coming up through. I'll foam that hole up, and they won't get back up in there. Start spraying the foam. Woo! Caught on fire. It's next to the hot water heater. So my house is on fire now. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm running around. I'm like, well, do I let it burn or do I put it out? And it got the better of me. I was like, I better put my house out. So I run, get the garden hose. I run, get underneath my house, and I'm spraying. I get the fire put out. I'm wore out by this time. I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down here for a while. It was pretty bad. I don't like possums.
I'm just thinking about the old Army commercial. We do more before 7 a.m. than most people do all day.
That's right.
Oh my God.
But yeah, possums, don't like them.
I think that's going to be my quote for the rest of the year. Possums, don't like them.
Haley, what brings you out to this ride today?
I am good friends with Damon's mom, Amy, and me and Damon actually shared birthdays on April 8th.
That's pretty cool. So can you tell me about some other stuff that you share also?
We both had brain cancer. Unfortunately, he passed away, and I'm still fighting mine. But it's been 4 years, and I'm still going.
Well, that's good. And you know what? You're going to keep on going, because we're going to pray for you.
It's all about the attitude.
It is, and you have a great attitude about it, don't you?
I do.
So do you have to go and spend time at the hospital or anything?
Nope, I just have to get MRIs every 3 to 4 months to check on everything.
And are they saying that it's good?
Yes, they are. The last scan showed no change, which no change is good.
That's good. Are you doing the ride today?
Yes, I am.
You're on a motorcycle?
Yeah. How else am I going to do the ride?
A couple years ago when we first met Dumont and we took him on his ride, a good friend of ours had his sidecar and came down here and gave him a ride in the sidecar. And it was a really cool thing. And, unfortunately, Dumont did pass later on that year. And it's been very sad, obviously. But to come out to a ride like this, it's kind of cool because there's a difference in mourning a funeral and celebrating a life. And the people that came out today are here to celebrate Dumont's life. And he was a young child, but, he affected so many people. And to come out here and see people laughing and smiling and joking and anticipating a great ride, it's really cool. I was expecting it to be a much more somber atmosphere, but instead people are here truly to celebrate life. Hey, we got a brand new sponsor on board with Steel Horse Thunder. You've heard of Renegade Classics? Well, we now have one here in Indianapolis. I'm here with Vince, the owner of the shop. Vince, what can people find here when they come in?
Well, we want to try to fill all your biker needs at outlet prices. We've got t-shirts, leathers, 26 different kinds of jackets and vests for men's and women's. We have a very large ladies section we're very proud of, plus our bargain t-shirts, Dickie Work shirts, rain gear, accessories for your motorcycle, hopefully everything you need.
Right on. And what do we have to, I know you got some more stuff coming in. You guys are just opening up, so.
I do.
What else you got coming in?
We hope to have a very large selection of karaoke gear here for you to pick up and not have to wait and order. I want everything to be on demand, no waiting. We've got a large selection of boots, and that's still growing. Our helmet section, I'm pretty proud of, but we have more vendors coming in on that too, so.
Hey, they got everything you need here. They have ample motorcycle parking, and they have a seamstress on board to do all your custom embroidery or whatever else you need for your leather. Vince, where can we find you?
We're at 9546 Allisonville Road on the southwest corner of 96 and Allisonville, right next to Kip's Pub.
Tell them Steel Horse sent you.
When it's time to ride, we'll keep your mind where it matters most, on the open road. We get it. Ryder Insurance is the only insurance company specifically created for the motorcycle and ATV communities. No one but riders. Our specialized staff is here for you with great coverage options, discounts to help you save, and 24/7 claims reporting if something happens along the way. And with roadside assistance included on all of our policies, we've got your back wherever the road leads. We get it. No worries, just riding.
Bad things happen to good people. That's the difficult part of our job. Our firm works with great people during very tough times. Because of that, your compensation is our first priority. No one can prepare for the aftermath of an accident, but the insurance company is prepared to give you the bare minimum. That's why you need legal guidance, to give you a voice and get you the money you deserve. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Now let's take a look at the Southside Harley-Davidson featured woman rider.
Jacinda, you have a beautiful bike. I love this bike. Tell me about it.
Thank you, thank you. It's a 2002 Fat Boy. It looked nothing like this when we got it. My husband did all the work, and all I knew is I wanted a pink bike to ride.
So did your husband paint it?
Well, we didn't paint it, but everything else. New handlebars, lights, fenders, everything else we did ourselves.
So how long have you been riding?
2 years.
Did you go through the ABATE course?
I did, and that is an awesome course. It takes everything step by step. You're very comfortable. The instructors are awesome, so yes.
I did that course as well, and it does. It teaches you everything from bottom up. It's everything.
It's not threatening at all. It's really good.
So this is your first bike that you've rode?
My first bike I've rode.
So did you start on the back of your husband's bike?
Started on the back of my husband's bike.
So do you have any trips planned for the future?
Yep. Every summer we usually take about 2 weeks and we ride about 1,800 miles. We pack our clothes in a bag on the back and go where it's nice and stop when we want to stop and go when we want to go. So we love it.
Okay, I don't see any bags on your bike, so.
It goes on his. It goes on his, yeah.
I understand because I'm that way too.
I'm just me. I don't know if I can handle all that other stuff, but.
Well, this is a cool bike. And you said he did other things to this bike. What all has he done to it?
So, new stretch fender. The front fender, obviously, is new. The nacelle, we took off the little side lights and put a LED because it's much brighter. Paint, bling, little bling bling on both sides that I like, and the handlebars, those are 10-inch mini apes, a lot more comfortable, and seat. It's one that kind of pushes you forward. I'm not tall, I'm short, and so it makes it real comfortable to ride, and it's lowered obviously, so that makes it real comfortable too.
I just got my bike lowered, and it does make it more comfortable for us short people.
Yes, it does. It's good when your feet are flat on the ground and you feel like you have more control of the bike. So.
Well, I love this bike. It is so pretty. I love the color. What color do you call that?
It's hot pink pearl.
It kind of matches your shirt too. Well, I hope that you're going to have a lot of rides on this bike. Do you plan on getting a bigger size bike, or is this the one you plan on riding?
This one is so comfortable. From how I sit and reach and the ground, I might add some small bags and have them painted the same color at some point, but plan on keeping this one for a while.
Cool. Well, I like it. So, well, you have a nice day today. It's going to be a great ride.
Yeah,
thanks.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Some people say true beauty comes from within. At Crambo's, we think beauty can be inside and out. Along with the best paint and bodywork in the state, Crambo's also offers all Harley motorcycle service work, from tune-ups to rebuilds, so make sure your bike looks as good as it runs and bring it on in to the only shop that treats your bike as good as we treat our own. Crambo's. We'll get you noticed.
Hey, we're just 1 week removed from the second episode of the Ride to the Wall. We had such great feedback from everybody. We knew we had to do something special with this.
So we've taken both segments and we put them together on a DVD with additional footage, and you can buy them on steelhorsethunder.com.
Earlier in the spring, we did our fundraiser. The money we generated from that is what got us out to DC to film the Ride to the Wall. Now, the DVD that we put together is going to help generate the funds for us to do the next big ride out of state. They make great gifts, whether you're a motorcyclist or whether you're a veteran, they make a great gift. And remember, you can find that at www.steelhorsethunder.com. Hey, we're up on the north side of Indianapolis. We're here at Renegade Classics, grand opening. Vince, how's it going so far?
It's going awesome. The support we've had from some of the local rides that are going on have been great. I've met some excellent people from the community that didn't know we were here, and they came up, so it's been fantastic. We're having a great time.
Now, how long have you guys actually been open? It hasn't been that long.
No, it's been about 5 weeks maybe. We didn't want to try and compete with all the May activities in Indy, so we waited till June to have a good grand opening. So yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm having a great day.
And you already had some rides stop through here on the way today, right?
Absolutely. We still have plenty of free food left. We still have some giveaways to give away. Our LS2 helmets are on sale. All men's and women's leather is on sale. All the ladies' department's on sale. So we're having a great time.
Now, you're right next door to Kip's Pub. I know most people know where Kip's is at and everything else. So you're right next door.
It is a landmark.
And is it true you guys are thinking about maybe doing a bike night or something like that in the future?
We are officially announcing that the first Tuesday of the month, and this first one will be in July, we're going to do a bikes night in conjunction with them. So the specials and what we're going to do with that will be announced to come, but just so look for us to put something out about the first Tuesday in July.
Right on. Well, make sure you put it on the Steel Horse Thunder calendar.
Absolutely.
You know, we're so happy to have you guys on board as a sponsor now.
Your fans have been great to us.
And that's what we like to hear, because I always tell everybody, tell them Steel Horse Thunder sent you.
They love telling us when they come in.
Right on. So any more big plans or any other big events going on this year? Or you gonna...
Looks like we are going to add service to our back area, and what he's going to be able to do is not only oil changes, tires, rims, the karaoke stuff. I'm so proud of we finally got it. He can install all that for you while you wait. Then over the winter, if you want to do bigger projects like cams and whatnot, we can do those. So we'll release some on that, but we're looking at about a month or so. We'll get that pushed out, but I was told today I can go ahead and release that. So,
Nicole, I see you back here behind the sewing machine. Is this what you do? Do you put the patches on vests and stuff?
For the most part, I can put them on. I take them off, position them. Sometimes I alter the vests if they are too big or too small. Funny, I've actually started training or assisting Vince in taking on some of the sewing. He has actually sewn a couple of patches on his vest. So yeah. So he's started picking up a little bit. So if I happen to not be here because I am running an errand, then he can take on some of the work. So
you taught an old dog a new trick.
I did, and I was very impressed. He's actually kicked me out of my spot a few times. So I didn't know how to take it, but he's done really well.
So Scotty, what brings you out here to Renegade Classics today?
Well, I seen this advertised on Steel Horse. Thought I'd come out and check it out, see what kind of apparel and items they had here. Nice day to ride. Check things out.
It is a nice day to ride. And you know, this is our sponsor now, so got to bring these people in, right?
This is true. I'm going to try to get our American Legion riders out of Cicero to come check this place out. I think it'd be a great ride for us down here from Cicero, Indiana.
So how far is Cicero from here?
Oh, from here it's probably 30, 35 miles that far.
Not bad at all. That's a good ride.
Nice ride. Very nice ride.
It seems like everywhere I turn around, we keep bumping into each other this year. You're up here at Renegade's Classics. What do you think of the place?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, the people are friendly and the food looks good. And I said, I'm going to stop in here and seen all the bikes outside. And I said, well, let's go in here. My girlfriend said, yeah, let's stop by. And we didn't roll in the rain all day, so we wanted to stop in here and see what kind of clothes they had. And heard they had some good deals out there, and we wanted to find out what they had in here.
And of course, I grabbed you before you had a chance to find out if they had anything here. You're a little guy, so I'm sure they got plenty of stuff to fit you in here.
Yeah. I hope so anyway.
You know what's so cool? Okay, I saw you at Chris Crampy's, so I've seen you at Crambo's.
Yeah.
I know you were at Southside.
Yeah.
Now you're at Renegade Classics. It's like you're hitting all the sponsors, man. I love that when people do that.
Yes, I try to support everybody and see the new clothing line that comes out, and try to go with the fashion that's out now. And we're just looking to find something that's attractable and gets people's attention, because I like to be different, you know. So that's why I got this big old dog chain on. So yeah, I try to find some nice clothing to represent the Harleys and all the bikers around the world.
Right on, man. Well, I won't bother you anymore, but thanks for talking to us.
I appreciate it.
All right, you guys hanging out here at Renegade Classics. What brings you up this way?
We're actually in Indiana for a memorial ride up in Mooresville, is that where it was? Now we're hanging out with our good friends from Steel Horse Thunder.
Is that right? Where'd you guys come from?
Franklin, Kentucky, just south of Bowling Green.
Just south of Bowling Green, just north of Nashville, Tennessee. Well, you know, I'm glad you guys got to come to the north side of Indianapolis, because the riding's so much better here than it is down in Kentucky and Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
So you like the construction?
We could do without it.
We could do without it. I think we're going to find a different route home. What do you think?
That works. That works.
Now, Vince, I know, I think it was at the end of last month, there was a bike night down on Georgia Street at the pub, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys went down there, correct?
We did. It was a great turnout. They're estimating about 750 bikes, about 1,500 people, and we had a booth set up. We sold some of our wares and, you know, let people know we were out. And I think the best part was that the bikes just kept coming. I mean, it wasn't like people were there and they stayed the whole time. It was just fresh and constantly turnover. It was fantastic. And the next one is going to be July 27th, and we're definitely going to be back there again.
So it's going to be it's the last Saturday of every month, correct?
I believe so, yes. Yep.
And our good friend Rusty Bladen provided some of the music up there the last bike night. I know he came out to the Miracle Ride and had a little concert for the kids there at the Miracle Ride. So I know whenever Rusty's there, it's always going to be a good time, and I'm glad you guys are there. We're going to have to show up, aren't we?
You need to be there.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for us this week. Hope you enjoyed the show. For us, it was great to be back in Indiana covering local rides. Cindy?
And Damon's ride really touched my heart. It was so good to catch up with Amy and all the rest of the friends there.
And it was good to go up and see our new sponsor, Renegade Classics of Indianapolis. Great to see them in the motorcycle community. And remember, it's not what you ride,
it's that you ride.
Still Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Here at Duck Dynasty, be funny.
I'll try to be, but
no, now.
Now be funny? I can't be funny, so.
Hey, that's going to do it for us this week. It was local rides.
It was, and this week's was.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for us this week. Hope you enjoyed the show. It was great for us to be back in Indiana covering our local rides.
Yes, didn't mind. Great ride. It was good to see Amy and all her friends.
Hey, we're up at Renegade Classics of Indianapolis, up here on 96th Street and Allison Mill Road. Hey, we're up at Renegade Classics up in Indianapolis. We're on Allison Mill Road.